And we're picking up right where we left off, but a quick recap for everyone. At the start of the episode, you all went through your obligation, which was, I guess we'd say, a pretty intense obligation for a few members of the crew, as Haze and Aylin were accosted by a member of the mysterious Hourglass Network and told to report in on the last mission. Who they are and what they do, unknown. There was some meeting amongst each other, sparring, discussions and meetings with family members, elders, mentors, some public service projects, media appearances, most of which feeling perfunctory, some of which seeming genuinely enjoyable. And then, while you're all reflecting on your own mortality and the unique friendship and burden that you each share, the alarms went off, and it was time to pilot your engines as a Category 2 Leviathan was spotted approaching the Argo, your flying metallic fortress. Sometimes it seems like the path to freedom, and sometimes it feels like an iron prison. Which it'll be this time, who knows? Also, cast members, I realize our music is cutting in and out. I don't know why that's happening, and it's probably happening to the stream too. I'll work on it. I don't know why. It's just life sometimes, I guess. Let's see if I can somehow fix it. But yeah, that was last time.
You just need Aki to fill again.
Okay, now it seems like it's working. It's not cutting out.
Just have Aki perform
Yeah.
the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do something. I'll do something. But
Aki
we
is
might get copyright strike.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh no,
Like, you
how
know what?
horrible.
Yeah, we might. Let me just put Baby No Money. 1 second. All his stuff is free.
Oh no.
I'm on antidepressants. Like, that's it. That's the whole song. That's all I know from it.
That's all they need.
For each of you, out with your engines in the bleakness of space, this enormous creature you can see rapidly approaching you. Or it looks like it's approaching the Argo. And we get to go to everyone's favorite part of Forged in the Dark games, the engagement roll.
Oh boy. Let's get fucked, chat. Like we always do.
No, this is different. It's gonna be different, Mandy. It's gonna be different.
Nah, I don't believe. I'm a skeptic.
I don't know. Do y'all want me to roll digital dice or real dice? I'll let you pick.
You should let Aki roll.
Real
1d6. Real dice?
Real dice.
Follow your heart.
Wait, do you roll good? I don't even fucking know, buddy.
No,
I don't know. The
Aki
last
did.
game I was a player in, I literally didn't roll dice the entire episode. So, you know, it was fine.
That's true. You didn't.
I didn't.
Not one.
No.
All right. All right. 6. Controlled starting position.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
Should always make
See?
you roll real dice.
Yeah.
It's the digital dice that get us. That's what gets us.
I wish we had a throw it back emoji. We
You
don't.
all approach this
Oh my God,
Leviathan, flying into it, trying to figure out how is it we're going to scare this thing off or kill it. It's always a terrifying moment. Its tendrils start flying at you from every direction, dozens of them, striking towards all of your engines. You manage to bob and weave and duck in between, and you hear a cry come from this thing's giant maw as it goes right by you and starts heading towards the Argo. But you have managed to get in close to it and have a moment where it seems to be ignoring you. What do you all want to do?
I mean, we gotta get this thing's attention off of the Argo, right?
Yeah, are we trying to scare it off? Are we trying to lead it away? Are we...
You tell me, Alpha Squad.
Wait,
Or you,
okay.
or you could let it kill your
Can you-
home.
Okay,
Ooh.
set the stage. Set the stage one more time. Where is this thing? How far it is? Are there more than one? Is it just the one?
It
What
is
are we
just
looking
this
at? Is there-
one giant thing with tendrils bursting from every direction that you can see coming off of this thing. It doesn't have wings. It's just a giant monolith that is hurtling towards the Argo in space. You've probably
how
got.
fast? Is it quick? Is
It
it
is.
like really quick?
It is very fast. It is as fast as you are, or potentially some of them have been faster. So
Okay.
you've got to stick with it, and it is going in the direction of your home.
Are we in open space right now? Are
You
there
are in
planets?
open
are there
space.
asteroids?
No
space
planets.
junk?
No planets, no asteroids. Open
Okay,
space
so-
in the Kuiper belts currently.
Okay.
The endless expanse of space.
Okay. I guess what? Damn, we should have done this. We should have done this during the week, y'all. Who is point? Who is our point person? Like, who's our lead squad when we fly out? Because it's like fighter jets and shit, right? Because we got giant mechs. Like, what's our formation?
I would say it's either Jini or Esmeray.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're both kind of at the head, and
I could see that.
the other three are kind of in line behind. So we're like a triangle, but without like an actual point. That's
Okay.
my thought.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, we
I
can do
also
that.
figured it would be either you or me, based on
Yeah.
quite literally the vibes of our mech. It also makes sense. Only one of us has active weapons in the art, by the way, and that's Hannah. And I'm like, I rather have the shield as rear guard, actually, you know, because you should support your strategist. The payload doesn't move.
I'm just
yeah.
stuck.
Nobody's
I'm just
on
stuck.
it.
Namor coded forever.
Yeah, a paladin probably has a shield, right?
I
Probably,
believe so.
yeah.
Okay, so paladin's got like a
You
blade
tell
and a
me.
shield,
Does
so-
Paladin have a shield?
Even though the art doesn't
I feel
have it,
like-
it doesn't
I
mean we don't
feel-
have weapons.
I feel
Bingo.
like
Prometheus
I
is
feel
covered
like
in
he
weapons.
would.
Wait a
Because
second.
I based him oh so heavily off of the Knight Gundam, which is like one of my favorites, like the traditional. He's got like the pauldrons and the sword and shield and the cape.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's how I imagine him. Sans cape, at least right now.
Okay. So who is taking point?
I will.
Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe
What's your
you
move,
can
Esmeray?
on how
Oh
Jenny-
God.
Well, if you want a suggestion, we do want it to stop flying
Yeah.
towards our people.
Yes.
Since we are from a controlled standpoint, we can always try and lure them.
Yeah,
like
that,
to a
that was kind
trap.
of my thought, to lure and kind of get its attention and go off in an opposite direction. Let's see, let me take a look at this.
Oh, I have a hot ass question.
What's your hottest
Duh.
question?
So we've been fighting Leviathans for like a hot minute.
Mhm.
That means, in theory, we've had time to study them, and by
Mhm.
we I mean humanity.
Mhm.
So do we know if these cephalopods have very specific ranges in vision?
Oh, that's a good question. So,
They're really big. Yeah.
so
that's
Woody
I'm trying
asked
to
me
save as a
something.
blind
Woody
spot.
asked me something very similar earlier, and to which I'm going to do the classic Forged in the Dark thing in improv. I think that you have seen about 9 different Leviathans in aggregate in the several hundred-year history of the Argo's interaction with them. This one in particular doesn't seem to have limitations on sight, but it also doesn't seem to be dependent on sight or rely on sight. You think that it actually might be seeing with either sonic detection or motion detection and not purely on sight. And that I'll get into this more during subsequent episodes, but you have studied and have weak points of different Leviathans. This one, the weak point tends to be firing at the maw itself. Oh, hello, Co-GM.
Oh my god, is he wearing his little dinosaur costume?
He is.
Stop it, that's so cute.
Oh my
no.
god. That's the Leviathan.
That's a Leviathan right
That's
there.
the... I think
Well, I
we
like the
should
Leviathans
just
to
let
live now,
humanity.
honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe humanity should just, you know,
Mhm.
I won't miss us. We'll be-
I'll lose. I forfeit. Too fierce. Too fearsome.
Mhm.
I could never. Yeah, TPK.
He did say there was no shot we were gonna die, and yet here we are.
Well, see, I said challenge
surrender.
accepted, so if that
Exactly.
means sabotage, bye.
So its
God.
weakness is also the point of the scariest thing is its giant maw, in which you have heard and seen it swallow several of your fellow pilots at some point.
So I have a question about what you said. You said
Mhm.
we've seen 9 in 100 years. Does that
Mhm.
mean it's the same 9 or 9 types of
9
Leviathan?
variants.
You don't know the answer to that.
Oh,
Good.
okay.
Most of the time, you are scaring them off rather than killing them. There have been a few that have actually been killed outright, but that is more rare than what they simply retreat away.
Oh, so what we do is we dissuade them from destroying the Argo rather than actually kill them and stop them entirely. Okay,
Correct.
so we're-
But sometimes, in very rare instances, you have been able to actually kill them. It is a dinosaur egg.
Oh, now I know what Haze's goal is.
You're authorized to kill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
You're
make a lot of
author-
Monster Hunter
You're
references.
absolutely authorized
I'm
to
authorized to
kill.
do whatever the fuck I want. I'm Alpha Squad. I'm the best of the best, baby.
License to kill.
Have I killed any?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Roll me 1d6.
Oh!
Mm.
6.
Oh!
Yes, you did kill one. Unfortunately,
Yo!
it was during
See? Now I really gotta kill
the
one.
battle.
The battle?
Yes.
Holy shit, that's a wait. No wonder they put me back together, y'all.
Mhm.
At that point, I was worth it.
Mm.
That's fucking wild. That's wild behavior, Frank. Oh my fucking god. Okay,
The dice decide.
I have ideas now.
Go ahead, Jini. What's your idea?
Oh, is it okay?
Yeah.
Um,
go for it.
Oh, okay, dope. So if the mouth is the weak point and we want to deter it away, a lot of the way that I pictured how Jini fights in her engine is with hard light. So I make shit. And
Okay.
I think if I can make, for example, a hard light lasso, put that shit around the mouth and at least tug it somewhere, it's gonna piss it off to move it. And if I I don't know, crit or something, I could just make it go down that way, you know? Make it go down, make it go up, make it go in a direction. What if I'm fishing? I'm fishing. Hard light fishing. That's what we're doing now. Except instead of a hook in the mouth, it'll be around the mouth.
I love
Because
that.
I'm assuming a point.
That sounds
you know?
great. I like that a lot. Are you transcending or are you just using it regular like?
We are in a controlled state.
Mm-hmm.
I think I won't transcend
Okay.
for now.
Okay.
There's a good chance that I'll be on my ass soon, but we have the chance to not.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I think for now we don't transcend. We just do that.
Okay. That sounds like defy, analyze.
Flow, if I explain it really nicely.
Reason to me how this is flow, Jini.
So,
Mm-hmm.
pull up the visual of Aranthe. I'll give you an even better visual.
Okay.
Okay. I have to rely on the stream. I'm sorry. So Aranthe, as you can see, has multiple legs and multiple arms. The way I picture it is like, do we have booster jets and stuff? Yes, we do. However, when Aranthe is getting ready to fight, she pulls out a full hard light tightrope almost to kind of walk on. It's very graceful, it's very gentle, and I think we like sneak up on the kaiju, and I'm calling it a kaiju. My bad. I saw kaiju sleeves. I was in chat. My bad.
It is basically a kaiju, but it's a Leviathan.
It is a kaiju basically. It falls under the same thing. My bad. We pull up on the Leviathan, and kind of we're able to go underneath it, like it doesn't notice us until it's too late. So I can jump up from the tightrope, pull it with me, hard light lasso the mouth, and then go back down.
Okay, that was elaborate enough that you have. It sounds like flow. Well done.
Yeah.
You win this time, Gadget.
Yeah, I do.
So you
We
get to
really
roll
are fighting the GM.
controlled and limited, as you are not transcended and not using any special abilities. You are just using hard light. So go ahead, Jini.
Yeah. 5.
Okay. Thinking.
This dice stabs. It's so pretty. It stabs the shit out of my hands, though. It's a sharp resin, but like it's galaxy feet. I don't know if you can see it too well.
Your plan works, but it works too well. As you realize, you grab it, throw this thing around its enormous maw. It's got to be almost a mile across, and you just lasso it like you're at the ranch. Pull it in, but it enrages and turns on a dime and faces at you, and then you see tendrils start flying at you faster than you can almost react. And they encircle around you and start stabbing at you.
No. Oh, goodness.
They then constrict you. Please take temporary level 2 harm constricted by tendrils. You all see Jini do this and grab it, and she is the sole focus of this enormous beast's attention. What do you do?
So you've got it like lassoed in a way?
Yeah.
Or at least, at the very least, now it's on me.
Yes, it is lassoed and has stopped flying towards the Argo and is just solely focusing on Jini. But Jini is in a world of hurt.
So this question, I guess, is for Aki then. If we were flying head to head at this Leviathan, which direction did you point it towards?
Good
Right,
question.
left? From our perspective, so down.
Down. Yeah, I'm picturing it like very
So
3D,
the
4D
top of it is
space,
towards
down.
the Argo, basically, is what you're saying.
Okay. I think. Actually, does anybody else have anything they want to do?
No, go for it. Go for it.
Before I go off.
Go for
Okay,
it,
cool.
Mandii Haze.
Uh,
So the people who have not played this system, if you have something you want to do, just start talking. Don't feel like you need to wait. So just
There's
get
no
in there.
initiative in this
No
game.
initiative or anything.
You do what makes sense when it makes sense to do it. So as soon as you have something, you come up with an idea while something's happening.
And if you
jump
want to
into
do
the
something at the
action.
same time as someone else, just say that too. Like if they give you an idea for something that would be a good tandem thing.
Oh yeah,
that.
combo moves are totally a thing.
There were some very cool ones when we did before, so yeah. Anyway,
Yes.
Mandii,
Anyway.
speak to me.
I think we all have like comms and stuff.
Yes,
right?
yes. And I was gonna say, if
Okay.
you all didn't move soon, Mark Jones was gonna start yelling at you. So yes.
Um,
And
I
you have
think,
comms with the Argo and each other.
okay, so I think in pilot comm, which is probably being monitored anyhow, so HQ's hearing it, of course, but specifically on the pilot channel, unless Jini called out orders, I think Haze would kind of step in to say, let's fan out, follow Jini's lead. And I'm going to... This thing is tilting downwards. I think what I want to do is take that moment of vulnerability, it pointing downwards, to kind of come into contact with, like, the top of its head or its back, since it's tilting downward. I want to, like, use some kind of force or my sword or the shield to bash it further down. Like, I want to push it down. Jets and all.
And send it
'Cause the
further
tentacles,
away.
I want it to be... Well, the goal was to get it to go down, right?
Yeah.
Or no? Okay, then yeah, I'm helping Jini do what she's doing.
Okay.
I want to assist in doing what she's doing.
Okay.
Can I tag team on this assistance? Because I was also thinking like from the top, and
Yeah.
you and I have a link, Hey, so I would like to use a link to join you in that and sort of like have Prometheus like slam down, like literally like with his foot, like gun pointed down, and like slam on top of it.
So is your goal of using the link to add +1d to my action?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, what do I think what would work for this move, because I'm taking like direct physical action against Leviathan, would be Defy. Does that sound fair?
It does.
Okay, so then I
it's
have
going to
2D.
be controlled and standard effect because you have been set up by Jini.
Okay, and I get the +1d because of the link that's being spent.
Yes, make sure you mark that off, Witty, on Aylin's sheet that you're using one of those links.
Thanks, friend.
Shoot.
Okay, I got a 3 and a 2. Not the best, but not the worst.
Great.
How it works? Would I then roll also because we're doing it in tandem? Would I
Oh,
roll
if you
this?
wanted to actually like help, then like and
Yeah.
actually use your mech also and the link, then yes, you also will roll.
Okay, perfect.
What attribute are you going to try to use?
I was also thinking Defy for.
That works. Same position, controlled and standard.
That's a 3 and a 1.
Wow, you both failed. That is rough. So you go to
Our
do this
friendship
because
failed.
it's controlled. You have a moment to decide if you want to keep doing this or if you're like, oh, nope, that's not a good idea. But as you approach its back, you try to push it further down. These spines just erupt out of the back of its carapace on its back and start flying up. If you continue the plan, you're going to be eating a whole lot of piercing as basically like a porcupine, it starts flying up at you. Or you could abort and try something else. Or you could keep going and risk being hurt and try to get through all of these spines to try to push it down from this angle.
Would I be able to, because I had Prometheus fly down and like land, like physically like put his foot on it, would I be able to kick off and try to shoot it from the side? See the
Yes.
spikes coming?
You could go around and shoot it from the side instead.
Yeah, that's what I would like to do.
Okay, so that would be risky. Assuming you're saying Defy again, I would say that is risky and limited effect.
Can't roll worse, right? I shouldn't say that. Oh, that's
No.
a 6 and a 5.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Awesome. Haze, what about for you? Are you just backing out of your maneuver completely or trying something different?
I think I would try something different. Maybe attack the other side of this thing. Where are the tentacles again? Is it the back?
They are coming basically from
side?
every direction of this thing. It doesn't make logical sense. Like, it just
Okay.
looks like, imagine me, the human, and there's just stuff coming everywhere out of me. It's just everywhere.
Okay.
It's a little uncanny.
Okay. So I think what I would try to do is, go around and attack the other side, like kick off, or use as much force as I can from me trying to basically like cannonball on this thing, push myself off, and like.
Oh, just battering
at the
ram
side
it,
of
basically?
Well, that was the original intent, but I didn't roll very high, did I?
Yeah,
So.
no, yeah.
Okay, so I will.
Same
me.
same as
Oh, I only
Aylin's
have one.
roll. Risky
Only
and
one.
limited effect.
I do like the idea of both of us slamming
Yes.
it and then going off to the sides.
That's better. That's a 5.
Okay. Thinking. So yes, first, Aylin, you go to the side and you just start shooting it with your giant ass gun. And you see you put a hole into the side of it, and you see it starts leaking this purple ichor out of the side of it. It's punctured pretty deeply. The caliber of this bullet is obviously, it's like the size of a person. It's more like a tank shell than anything through the side. On the other side, Haze, you are able to make a huge connection, and you hear a satisfying roar from this thing, but it lashes out and it constricts you as well, very similar to how it is constricted around Jini. And I need you to also take level 2 harm constricted as the tendrils start going and constricting you. It's a temporary
I
harm
think-
that will go away if you get rid of them. What's up?
So I think I would like to use one of my special abilities in response to this consequence.
Okay.
I have the ability called Saw It Coming. You can expend your special armor to resist any consequence related to surprise or misfortune, or to be in 2 places at once, or perform some similar feat of time manipulation.
Awesome. Then yeah, you can transcend and do that, and I will let you flavor how you avoid that.
I thought special abilities didn't require transcendence. Am I incorrect?
Sorry, no. If special ability does not, you're correct. Sorry,
Yeah,
was
I
thinking
don't want to
transcendent.
transcend yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
then
no,
yes.
you're fine. It's a special ability. Transcendent is the clock stopper one.
Got it. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will let you describe how you have avoided that.
Yeah, I think in the moment when I land this hit, I get timeline flashbacks in my mind where I see consequences of me doing the same thing in other timelines, where I see that I get wrapped up in tentacles, and because I see that, I think I would use just a little touch of, time manipulation, because Paladin inherently can do that, to kind of blur myself out of existence for just a second to avoid getting grappled by this thing.
Okay.
So you just see Paladin fuzz out of existence for a second and appear like a short distance away, just out of harm's reach.
Awesome.
I'm curious, how often does that sort of thing happen? Is that like something that like you'd like have to like you frequently use kind of thing? Or
I
just like a
think-
rare occurrence?
I would think sometimes you think Paladin is faster than he should be.
Okay.
Like a lot faster than he should be, than
Or
any
that-
mech should
Or
be.
that Haze is a much more skilled pilot than seems normal, is the other way of
Yeah.
looking at that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So sometimes it's a little ambiguous as you're like, what the fuck? But if you're looking at Paladin when this happens, you see like this weird fuzzy action, and you're not sure if it's interference in your vid feed or if it's something Paladin did. I'll let you make those connections. I'm not trying to hide anything.
Oh yeah, no. I'm just genuinely curious if I had to take it as a player.
Yeah. I would say it's ambiguous. Make your own decision if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do I mark? Where do I mark my armor on this character sheet? I feel
That
like
is a good question. Let me see. There may not be. Oh wait, I see it. It's next to harm.
Oh, I see it. Yep. All good.
Meanwhile,
I actually, so I've got something now. Seeing like this second,
okay,
like almost crazy adaptation.
go for it. Hannah.
You said that we've seen like we should know like this class of
Mhm.
of enemy before, but with like seeing how it's kind of reacted and everything like that, I'm curious if I can use like my know-it-all special ability to try and see if like maybe if this is something that like closer to I don't know, something else that we might have seen, like where if we might be misclassifying it, we might be thinking it's one thing, but really with how it's reacting to what's been done already, maybe there's something along those lines.
Sure. I would say gather information would be. Let me think. Probably analyze, and then you
Yeah.
get an extra 1d for that. Yes.
Correct.
So go ahead and roll that, and the position effect is irrelevant.
Here. Okay. Yeah. And then standard.
Yeah. No, ignore that.
Okay, gotcha. No, but then I also get one extra bonus die.
Okay. Success. So
Great.
this is very similar, and you might say identical in shape, form, color, size as similar tendril leviathans that you've seen, but the spines are new. It almost seems like an evolution of what you've seen so far.
Is there other like I guess like are there other classes that have spines, and if so, like would I since Hannah is probably obsessed a bit too much, especially over this class, or like this class knowing a bit of the history, I guess like would she be would this I guess would there inspire anything like in terms of like how to better deal with the spines?
There hasn't been, I would say there hasn't been a good way of dealing with them, but you can avoid them knowing that they generally only appear on primarily the creature's back and sides, and on the bottom of it there are no spines that ever come out of any of the other creatures.
Okay. I think, kind of taking the time to think things over would be trying to communicate that of just like this is new. This is evolved. It's evolved. But the spines mean its underside's weak. We can if we move down below, we can probably take this thing out.
And I will say, Jini, as you get that radio broadcast, the constriction around you gets tighter, and I need you to resist or get crushed. So please make a resistance roll to physical harm, which I believe is Sun.
Resistance rolls are just based on the pips in the first section.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So if you have, I have your sheet. So you should
only
have
got
just
one.
1d6. Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
1d6. Go. 5.
Okay, so you only take one stress, but mark it down. This thing is like constricting around you, and it seems like it's just basically trying to completely crush you, like you have seen it do to your friends before. But with the power of you and your engine, you've managed to avoid it for now.
Just
What do you all want to do?
rather tight.
I think with seeing Ginny still in there, I'd message on the comm, be like, "Hi, hanging in there, Ginny."
Honestly, I could use the stretch. I'm fine. I'm calm. This is a controlled situation. Please.
Yeah, I figured you would say that. I think Prometheus seeing the both of us clocking where the ichor is coming out is just gonna kind of focus on that point and be like, okay, great. That obviously is a place that can be impacted. So I'm gonna try to shoot that again. Try to see if I
Awesome.
can get it to let go.
So that is going to be risky but limited effect again. Defy, I assume, again.
Oh, never mind. I thought I had a thing to help. Never mind. I lied.
Oh no! Oh wait, would I be able? Am I allowed to use the? I know I can. I just rolled it. I can accept it. But I was just wondering, can I use a +1 to Prometheus making attacks because he's the one shooting? Is that something that I can do?
A
Wait, was
link
the
to
position of that risky limited?
yes.
Okay.
Can you have a link with
Is this
Prometheus, right?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of them.
Then yeah, you could use a link to
Oh.
Prometheus to give Prometheus absolutely. So go ahead
Okay,
and
I
roll
rolled.
one
I
more
just.
D.
I rolled those 2. Yeah, so I'll roll another one. Let's see.
Oh wait, hang on a second. Okay, it's fine.
Oh, why did it take 2 again?
Because you have, according to your sheet, have 0 pips in Defy, which means you roll 2 and take the lower.
Yeah. Okay, so that's
But
4.
what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the 4 that you rolled on the first one, because basically it means you should be rolling 1d6 for it with the link instead of rolling 2 and taking the lower. So I'm just going to say partial success on that roll.
Beautiful, I'll take it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Really
Go
quick
ahead.
pro tip for the newbies. If you don't have pips in a skill, even if you think it perfectly matches what you're doing, you can still roll that. Just know you're doing it at a disadvantage. You can always make a case to roll for something you do have pips in.
Yes, if you
Once I
can
do, I'm
Like
like,
me.
Bully
describe-
Frank until he gives you what you want.
Well,
Excellent.
I would
Yeah,
say
fighting the GM.
reason with Frank based on what the
Yeah.
actions
Bully him.
actually
That's
are.
exactly what
Endlessly.
someone who's getting bullied would say.
If you make a
Exactly.
good case, then absolutely. And also, in addition to that, you can always push yourself if you would like instead, which means you take 2 stress to get an extra die for what you're rolling. And you can do that for any roll at any time for any reason.
So for
Stress is
something
a
where I have 0
The best tune negotiator.
stress
If
is
I
a
were to-
resource, remember, and you get rid of it all every single session. So don't feel shy about
Every
using it.
mission, right?
Health is
After
a
every mission?
resource.
Momo,
Is it
do you
after
want your
every
wedding?
session?
Momo, do you want your wedding or not? It is at the end of
Oh.
every cycle of gameplay.
So we're not at the end of that because the mission, right?
I
Correct.
still have previous stress, yeah.
Okay,
Frank, if I
just
were
making sure
to-
because otherwise I would clear that.
If I were to push something that I don't have any pips in, would it just kind of negate?
It
and
goes to
be
1 die
nice?
instead of
Okay.
roll 2, take the lower.
Okay, just checking.
Yep. So sorry for this last partial success. You do blast this thing. The hole gets wider. Jesus Christ, what the fuck's wrong with me? The hole gets wider. You open it up. You see another huge splash of ichor, but you now also get constricted as tentacles start winding around you. And I need you also to take level 2 harm constricted, unless you would like to resist that.
I would like to try to resist that.
So if you resist it, you will resist with sun, which I believe is, you'll just, on your sheet, if you just click sun, it'll roll it for you. Okay.
That's a 2.
Means take 4 stress, but you completely resist it. And you can describe to me how you dodge out of the way of all these tendrils.
I would think so. Prometheus is going to sort of reach down and hold tension and sort of like swing back and kick off some of the other tentacles, and we're going to sort of starting off steadily, but it's a little bit messy, and we're gonna fly back.
Okay. Good move. This thing now, as its not doing so great. It's moving a little bit more lethargically. It looks a little bit panicked. It's obviously realized that you all are really good, and it's just flying and swiping at you. Collectively, it is now going to try to ensnare all of you. As you are all not transformed, I will need you to resist to act unless you would like to transcend. It is up to you.
Is this a group action I'm involved in?
No, I'm saying basically
think
for
so.
anything you want to do further, you will need to resist in order to act.
Okay.
Unless you choose to transcend, which you can do at any time.
If you're not me.
You
Can I transcend now as well, or?
You can.
I'll transcend.
And then what do you do?
I'm still constrained, so I'm just gonna be cutting off these tentacles while I transcend.
Okay, so you're just slicing through.
Mm-hmm.
This is not that difficult, so for you, I would say this is risky, but great effect. And describe the subtle difference in you from when you decide to transcend.
So a fun little thing, if we were a show and the camera kind of has to keep zooming in to where, or not really
Zooms
zooming,
into
there's
the
multiple
cockpit.
cameras into the cockpit. What you would realize is that one, Jini enters Aranthe through the chest because it is a big space filled with wires and honestly, probably this tiled like floor. And we're dancing the whole time. When I say we, I mean Aranthe and myself, because there is a second Aranthe, sort of like hanging down like Gladys from Portal.
Good reference.
Yeah, I was like, I'll give you guys a really good visual here. That is a secondary Aranthe. Another way to think of it is like the uvula of in your mouth, and I'm dancing on the tongue. And in the inner Aranthe is basically, instead of, like, if you look at the art, instead of black, white, and a lot more red with a lot of wires that just kind of grab hold of the ceiling. That's where the Gladys reference comes from. That's where the uvula reference comes from. And so yeah, we're dancing the whole time. But when Jini transcends, more of her hair starts turning red. It specifically will cover the blue, not entirely, or anything like that. And the good eye that Jini has, the sclera goes black, and the iris goes also red. Very subtle difference. Very on brand, I guess you could say. And our dance gets a little bit more aggressive because we're no longer necessarily kind of free-flowing here. Here's another really great reference. Steven Universe, when the gems dance together to fuse, that's what we're doing. But one of us is upside down, and we're all on a tongue and a mouth and a chest. And you don't gotta think about that. I'm dancing, hoes. Bit more classical Indian style, so a lot of fucking feet stomping and more expressions and whatnot. How am I destroying arms? Easy. I have 4 arms, and I decide to pop out another 2. And it's all hard light axes, and we're just fucking going ham, spinning around unnecessarily.
Oh, it's
that's
necessary.
what we do.
It's absolutely necessary.
It's necessary. It's extremely flashy, I would say. It's definitely way more flashy than when Jini was on in Joan, but that's the vibe. That's the vibe. And because it was so flashy, can I use flow?
Yes.
Let me use flow because it was so flashy.
Let's go.
I think you can use flow.
That's how you argue to get what you want, guys.
It's a dance. Dancing is flow. It makes sense.
Exactly.
This is not bullying.
Exactly.
This is logical.
No, and this wasn't bullying. This was logic. This was sound reason.
And I'm going to say
nerd.
it is risky and great effect.
Risky and great effect.
Because it is easy
Does-
to slice the tendrils.
On risky rolls, do you also mark on the thing, or was that desperate?
For all rolls you take while transcended, you mark your transcended dots.
Okay, thank you. So that's this.
And since you transcended, would you get that extra?
That is
Dice
also
from-
why it is extra effect. So let me look at Jini's sheet. She won't get the extra dice until she gets the second pip and flow, but once she gets
Yeah.
the second pip and flow, then she'll have 3. So I can see that is why she's working on stars right now, because she's about to have 3 pips and flow probably next episode.
Quite literally, when we level up,
min-maxing
like you know me.
so well, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I like
As
min-maxers. If you min-max,
I love
That
it.
means
straight
he
to
gets
my
to
heart.
min max too.
No,
Yeah,
I
no,
don't go
do it.
harder. You know what's great about all Forged in the Dark games? The monsters don't roll. There's nothing for me to min-max. It's all narrative. There's no rolling.
I want people to min-max because I min-max even when I GM 5.
Partial success. So yeah, you manage to cut through some of the tentacles, but as you're doing so, one of them pierces in to Aranthi's shoulder, and I need... Man, it's so interesting having engine harm versus your harm. Ooh, I need to look this up because this is the first time I've ever heard an engine. Give me a second.
Aranthe also has 2 sets of leggies.
How many appendages now?
I
8?
believe 8.
No, 10 because I
Let's say
have
yours is
3. I
10,
have 3
yeah.
sets of arms, so 6, and then 2 sets of legs.
Yeah, so 10.
So I have 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
As y'all can see, I'm feeling my oats with this. Y'all were Gundam. I was Lancer.
The vibe.
Jini, what is
RPG.
Aranthi's impulse?
1 second.
And what is
I
its
had it
virtue?
I have to look back in our chat for mine too.
Oh my god. Oh, it's been a hot
Everyone
second.
look up yours. You're going to need it.
Oh God.
And put them on your sheet if they're not on your sheet. You're going to
I
need
thought I
this.
put mine on my sheet.
I thought you did too, but I don't see it.
Hold on, I'm a pin 'em.
Yes, please do.
Lonely. Well, it's lonely or unfinished, but I think I settled with lonely.
Okay.
Go.
I'm
Its
pinning them,
impulse
I'm
is
pinning
lonely.
them.
What
Give
is
me a
its
sec.
what is its virtue?
Fierce.
Okay. You feel Aranthi emotionally pull away from you. And I need you to take level 1 harm spurned by your mech. As it is hurt and does not feel, despite your wonderful dance, does not feel at one with you right now. But you have chopped all these tendrils off.
I'm no longer constrained.
And you are no longer constrained, so you can remove that level 2 harm. You are free to act, and you are a transcended badass flying through space.
Yeah.
All of our virtues and
Thank you.
yeah, everything's pinned now.
Oh.
Does anyone want to act before this thing goes on a rampage again?
Yes.
I think Esmer saying all that, because I imagine this happens very quickly.
It is happening all very
Um,
quickly.
So, she would likely transcend. And for her, her physicality, she gets like dragon scales on her face. And I imagine like the wings on Tethys are kind of like blades. So she wants to like fly under this thing and like gut it.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
that's awesome.
Fucking go. That's metal as fuck.
And also, just to clarify, Jini, you are essentially now the true incarnation of your true name, Archangel, which is also your call sign. And same with Esmeray. In incarnation, you are a Valkyrie. What attribute would you say this is?
Oh goodness.
Defy?
Yeah, I'd say probably Defy or Flow, but more probably Defy.
Okay. I'm
So
going to say
just-
this is risky and standard effect.
Awesome. A 2?
Oh, no, no, no.
No. God damn it.
Yeah. Shit. It's too late for spending links, right?
It is, but you can resist the consequence if you so like.
Oh, she's
I will
gonna
describe what
lose.
happens, and you can let me know if you would like to resist it. As you go to slash this
Okay.
thing, and tendrils come out from the side, and the Leviathan dodges, and shing, 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 shing.
Yeah,
Your
no, she's resisting.
Poor
I realize I
engine
probably should have
goes-
pushed myself.
Yes.
But-
Gets full of holes, and I would need to take a strength away from your engine, but you were going to resist that.
Resisting that. Yeah.
So go ahead and resist with Sun.
Okay, so that's just I just roll another d6, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, nope, that one fell on the floor. We're not gonna. A 3.
Okay, take 3 stress.
Okay.
And instead, the tentacles, you're able to dodge out of the way of them piercing you, but it whacks you away, and you go flying through space further away from this, further out of its range.
Oh, good. Alright.
That hurt, though. You are a little shaken up.
Yep.
And you can feel that your engine's not exactly happy with you right now. Did not like that.
No. I don't
Tethys is not
imagine
having a
would.
good day.
No.
Haze, Aylin, Jini, Hannah.
As I say, seeing kind of everyone kind of beginning to struggle, I guess even probably wouldn't have seen Jini just based off of where, like how she had pulled everything down, but seeing everyone kind of starting to struggle a bit, I think Hannah would probably be starting to feel a bit of the stress of everything. Of I don't know how often we're kind of in situations like this where it kind of feels like we're very much on the back foot and not prepared. But I think Hannah would transcend as well, especially hearing a bit more of everyone else's reactions to things.
Okay. And what do you want to do when you transcend, and what appearance changes does Hannah go through when she transcends?
I think when Hannah transcends, it's finally where she gets a bit out of her own way and is actually able to better connect with her engine, and kind of like it's just a general sense of calm. It's the constant overthinking. It just kind of makes way for a bit more like clear plan. She'd already figured out a bit of like an answer to her answer to the situation, but just unable to act. And so she's finally able to decide on the path forward and just starts to move. As for appearance, I'd say I guess it's like a different demeanor. It's a whole like just a different look to her of more focus and just calm. As far as like what that means for her for fated balance, it's it's her shield just slowly gets a little bit smaller as bits of it break off into smaller drones as she flies towards its stomach and tries to shoot what she thinks are weak points for it to let the others go.
Okay. Make sure to mark a transcendent dot, but you swoop under. What attribute would you say that this is?
I think she's using, like her encyclopedic knowledge, so it'd be under analyze. She'd done it before
You
to figure out
specifically
a weak
mentioned,
spot.
yes, you think that this is a weak spot. So yes, I will allow. I will say that this is... Thank you for the 25. Wayward would like a monologue from everyone. Thank you, Wayward. We will get to that after the battle. You will get a monologue from everyone. So you all don't know, you're only expected to give a 30-second monologue, so we're not talking about like an Andor like in quality monologue here. We're talking about a quick monologue. Yeah, so I'm going to say that this is risky and standard effect, Hannah. And it was
6.
6. Success. You slice this thing up its belly, and it goes to try to like ram you with its belly as you hit it, and you just fly further downwards out of its way, evading it. And this thing now seems to be trying to get away from you all.
Ooh.
And begins to flee in the direction that you originally were pointing it straight down. Do you all let it go, or do you pursue?
Well, I'm not letting nothing go.
This is really chill music for this too.
Yeah, this music is entirely too chill for this epic space battle.
I
What
am
is
turning
happening?
it. I am turning it back. That was the Hannah.
Give me my
music.
battle theme, Frank.
That was for Hannah's entering a state of calm.
Oh.
I'm coming back. Look, this is not my first rodeo, okay? But yes, you're getting your crazy space battle music back, okay?
Inner
and I
piano
just-
music mid battle. Goldrake. Oh no, please go ahead.
I just looked at my sheet too. If I did my Indomitable, would I be able to just take the 2 stress instead of the 4?
Let me look at Indomitable.
Because it says you suffer at most 2 stress when resisting consequences.
Yes, then you would only take 2 instead of, what was it, 3?
4.
4. That is a crazy good ability. Holy.
Yeah.
That's the one I had, baby.
That's
why it took me
great.
so long to get there.
You might as well just resist everything with that. That's crazy. That's really good. Please continue.
So we're not letting this thing go. Yeah.
Well, I guess, what is command saying right now? Because we get orders
Yeah.
from them too, right? Or
Yes.
are we left to make the decision?
So your relationship with Staff Sergeant Jones is he puts a lot of trust in you, but if you want his opinion, he will happily give it forcefully. But until things seem to be going very sideways, he's more of a passive observer in these battles than anything.
I think I see this happening, and I'm like letting the power rise within myself, like I do just before I transcend, and I say over the comms, "We're not letting this go, right?"
He says, "Your call, kid. We're okay
I'm
if you
speaking
want
to the
to.
squad as well.
Your call, kid. If you want to go after it, I'm not going to stop you. But any day that you can walk away from is a good day."
Alpha Squad.
How bad
know,
do
it's-
you want it?
That was a shaky start. I'm not so sure.
Hez.
Oh. She is definitely considering options.
As you all are discussing, it bolts. You've got a second to make the decision, or you're going to end up losing it.
Does anybody tell Haze no?
The only thing I'm gonna say, I think Jini's gonna say is, "You have my full support."
Oh.
Hey,
I think if Esmeray heard that too, she would just kind of be like, "You're not going alone, that's for damn sure." So if you
Let's
want
do
this, all right.
And I'm gonna transcend. Gleaming armor, big long cape, bigger sword, bigger shield. And I'm gonna fucking haul ass after this thing.
Esmeray is following.
Blood is in the
She's
water.
like,
I'm
"Nope."
ready to go, baby. Let's go.
Okay.
I think Esmeray would. How much information do we have on this? Like,
I
does
think
it have,
Hannah
like,
would
a
probably
full,
have
like,
given
head?
giving you like a full breakdown of like what she knew, or like what she gleaned.
So I will say,
Okay.
what you know, if you're asking where do the Leviathans go after battles, that is something that is not known to humankind. You know that they turn, they leave, and eventually they come back. Eventually they leave off of your sensors and you can't detect them anymore. Where they
Do we know
go, do
how
not
to
know.
kill it?
If it bleeds, you
Jini's
can
killed
kill
one.
it,
Jini does,
basically.
So
They will die if injured or destroyed, ripped apart, the same way that anything made of organic matter
Okay.
can. Eventually, if you blast it enough, it will die.
okay. What are its injuries right now?
This thing
Got a hole in the
has a
side.
huge hole in the side, thanks to Aylin. And it has a giant gouge in the bottom, thanks to Hannah. And it has some tendrils that have been sliced, thanks to Jini.
And I also
And
cut
also,
its
yes,
side.
Haze cut its side and like
But I
rammed
didn't wound it too badly.
Didn't
though.
ruin it as severely, but still wounded it. The
So,
biggest
in
biggest injuries are the ones on the bottom and the side.
Okay. In terms of size, like where quote unquote a neck would be,
Mm-hmm.
how big is
So
that?
yeah, this
compared
goes to
us?
a. I would say this thing is about, in just pure size, about 10 times the size of any one of your mechs. If you're talking about its neck, then you could probably like reach around most of its neck with your mech's hands, like doing one of these. But this thing is huge,
Okay.
and you all are the size of like a skyscraper, so this thing is, you know, the
Okay.
size of like a downtown district.
You know what? Esmeray will message, and she's just like, "All right, how do you feel about cutting off heads? You want to go from the top? I'll go from the bottom. Me in the middle."
Let's go. Absolutely.
So you two are chasing this thing down, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna let her go alone. If she wants
No,
it.
I see this thing is super wounded. It's on the run. It's really, really damaged. We didn't just scare it. We hurt it real bad. And I want my kill count to go up so I can eventually beat Jini.
Oh,
there we
okay.
go.
Good. I want to use Transcendent ability before you guys make your rolls just to help you out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, about to do some harmony shit.
Yeah, I am.
Go.
This is gonna apply to the whole team. I want to use Beacon.
Mm-hmm.
Momo in chat.
Would you like to recite Beacon?
Yes, I would like to recite Beacon. Once per Transcendence, you may uplift your allies with a speech or song. When you do, it counts as spending a link on each ally that can hear you. They can choose which link effect to use.
Okay.
I'm hoping y'all are smart and take the D1, the extra D1 here.
We love extra D
Intent.
on this stream.
I'm knocking my stress down. Thank
And
you very much.
since you can do that too, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It depends. I'm talking about specifically the ones that are chasing. If the ones who are
Yeah.
holding fort with me, we can be cute or whatever, right? 1 second, boys. Oh, and because we all have comms on, everybody can hear me. Thanks for giving us comms.
Yep.
I'm gonna meta the fuck out of this. I
What
love it.
speech do you say?
All right, Alpha Team, listen up. You have exactly 90 seconds to kill this thing before it gets too far out and your engine can't make it all the way back. Impress me. And maybe I'll treat you to some real meat. Again.
And
After that squad leader.
And in line with that, I will say you do have, I'm going to say, 2 actions before you're going to need to, like, essentially burn your afterburners to keep up with this as it's accelerating, and 4 even with that
Even if
before
I'm
it
using time
outpaces
manipulation?
you. No, not necessarily. Yeah, not necessarily. And if
I
you
love
would like,
time travel.
if you would like to stop it, this is a 4-tick clock essentially I'm doing, or 2 2-tick clocks essentially. You can clock stopper if you so desire on this, but just letting you know, making a 4-tick clock for its escape. So, what are you all doing? Are you gonna try to decapitate this thing?
Esmeray, let's guillotine this thing.
All right. All right. So we get an extra die from Jini. I'm also gonna push myself, so that's 2 stress.
What stat are you using? What action are you using?
I'm gonna say that this is flow because it's movement.
I'm gonna call it defy because I'm trying to chop its fucking head off.
I
works
say
too.
flow specifically for the action of trying to chop its head off. I don't think works. I think defy or
I'm good with
potentially
defy.
express make more sense.
Could it be
Defy
flow
works
if they're
for
doing
me.
it like in tandem like that? Like they're sort of.
Yeah.
They did get orders from me. So maybe I just keep relaying.
I'm gonna say if it is
How did you win
flow,
it?
it is lesser effect than if it is defy. I think
I'm good with
makes
defy.
more
If
sense.
defy works for me.
Okay,
I'll take
I'm gonna
the
say
extra
this is
D.
risky and standard for each of you.
And if I push myself to get an extra dice, that's 2 stress. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do the same because that's 2 stress to push yourself, correct?
Correct.
It's the same as the other games. Okay,
Right.
cool. Here's my. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to do some stress reduction.
Thankfully, it's automatic in this game.
Ayo, I got a 6. Let's fucking go, baby.
Yeah.
I got a
6,
6, a 1,
3,
and
and
a 4.
All right. How do y'all want to do this?
Nice.
Our blades meet in the middle.
Yeah, we like fully coordinate second for second. I use whatever time manipulation I need to in the final moments to ensure we don't collide fully, like we don't hurt each other or hurt our mechs, to just cut this thing's fucking head off.
Yeah.
Like, we've practiced this in Sim to see, like, wouldn't it be cool if we ever managed to do this? Like, I feel like this is something we've practiced in the past
Synchronized
together.
Knives
Yeah.
around its neck, slice, and
Yeah.
then
Like, when I was still in academy, we would probably do, I feel like we would have done, like, simulations together while I was training to catch up with you and my brothers. So I think
And
this is
like
something
a-
that we've theoretically practiced.
you turn your blades into a mandolin slicer on this thing's head, and it pops straight off. An explosion of ichor, and this thing goes slump in the air. The carcass drifting, using its momentum, going out into space. You've done it.
Nicely done, ladies.
Our mechs
Yeah.
high five. Fully. Just like, fuck yeah, high five both of our mechs.
I clap with all 6 arms.
Holy shit, did you see that?
was good.
It's the only
This is
time
a
you
good
ever hear Haze
practice.
super excited. It's during battle.
That was more than good. Damn.
You hear Staff Sergeant Jones radio in, and you hear cheers and applause in the background. And he's like, shh, shh, and he's like, great fucking job, Alpha Team. Get your asses back here. Drinks are on me tonight.
Roger that.
On our way.
Well done, team. Guess I owe you one damn expensive dinner.
Dinner and drinks. Look at us. Yeah.
Dinner, drinks, and a fucking parade on us. Go.
And you all head back to the hangar. You are greeted by overjoyed applause of engineers and scientists as when each of you climbs out, there's dozens of them in the room clapping and cheering for you. And you even hear an announcement over the loudspeaker. Alpha Squadron has defeated the Leviathan. The Argo is safe yet again. And everyone, whenever they see you, they either bow to you, salute you, high-five you, try to hug you, try to get your autographs. You are bona fide rock stars as you are greeted and anywhere you go in the facility. Please, everyone, clear all of your links, your transcendence dice, and all of your stress.
Oh.
Wait, do we lose our links, you said?
At the end of every cycle, you lose your links.
Ah.
All the links. Oh, I didn't know
did
that.
not know that. I had no idea.
Every cycle, you lose your links.
Question, is that specific to this one?
No, that is all of it. You lose all of your links every mission.
Me and Aki, eye contact to
I
the
guess
camera.
I guess they really had to do something though to keep us alive in but okay.
It's
okay.
page 99. If you
Oh, shit.
want to
I
see
will be
I
Fallout.
think that was something we
Links.
messed up in the last series.
That's
For
fine.
real, for real.
You know, Beneath the
okay,
Rotting
I'm
Sky
looking
is
for my
hard
links.
enough with the deck stacked
Yeah.
against you.
Yeah. We were
to be
truly
more-
playing on hard mode.
You guys might have had like a unknown table rule of it's fine.
Yeah.
To be fair though, I was fighting with everybody, so I always had the appropriate
Yeah,
amount of links. I
I
was
always
throwing
had
hands. Yeah, we were throwing hands. We were
always
fighting with
had
each
links
other.
somewhere.
Like it was
Yeah.
funny.
We
But
were always we always had to use our links a shit ton, and we're constantly generating more because we
yeah.
had to fight
Mhm.
to have freaking downtime, which is bonkers.
Oh yeah.
Staff
But there's
Sergeant
one
cavalier
Jones
about you
comes
having
up.
resources.
Such a good,
Go ahead.
so good, but hard mode.
Witty, what were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna ask if there's the third thing to clear. It was stress links, and did you say a third thing?
Transcendent
You're
dots.
So you didn't have any, you're fine.
Yeah, I only really did one transcendent
Yeah,
action
me
was
too.
to speed up for us to coordinate and do the guillotine kind of move.
I gotta give you all an easy battle to warm into it. You know, if I throw the kitchen sink.
That's the
at you
only
all
reason
first
why I went
time-
and supported this behavior of killing the thing. You think I'm gonna let you kill any other ones now?
You're like,
Not
it's
unless.
never gonna happen again.
Not
It's only,
unless
it's only down from here, chat.
we fucking blow more bigger holes into it, and then our fucking hand is like, by the way, this is I made the roll. This is how you kill it. The fucking oh my god. Unless we got that, no prerequisites, coz.
Staff Sergeant Jones goes, salutes every one of you, shakes your hands, and says, "We'll debrief in the morning, but great job, team."
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
And we can let the party begin. And he
Hell
takes
yeah.
you out all for a great meal with real meat. But meanwhile, while you are all having a great time, our camera shifts. Somewhere in the bowels of the Argo, you see Vidalia Blackwood working late, out of sight, alone in the laboratory, mixing chemical compounds, experimenting with dangerous technology, and engaging in behavior that might be unsanctioned by the central authority of the Argo. You see Hannah's father, Eric, chucking corn in a field, discarding the old pieces to be used as compost in some other part, alone, without his wife at his side. No one understanding his solace, his struggle, and his commitment to a job well done. You see Bishop Price speaking with a member of the Hourglass Network, being scolded for his inability to get his charges under control. He leaves the meeting in shame, but also with resolution. You see Cole and Iris Frost discussing their daughter's career over a bottle of white wine and trying to decide how they can keep her out of trouble and if they've overstepped their bounds. And finally, you see a colonel in the Vanguard named Thea. Is that how you pronounce it, Witty? Thea?
Yeah.
Thea, thank you. Meeting with Aylin's twin sister in the research core and discussing how they can take advantage of the recently sown chaos in the Argo. But your characters don't know any of that, as all that is filling you is the joys of a job well done. But the ramifications of their plotting will be felt long after. And before we go to break, I have one final thing to do, the Fallout roll. Let's do this digitally so you can all see it at the same time.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's a 6.
Also no. Oh.
Hmm.
See the roll.
Six necessarily means good things either.
I don't have context.
I think it means we did so well.
Nothing is wrong.
Nothing's
great.
wrong. Yeah.
Everything's
We
wonderful.
did like ship prep and stuff like that beforehand.
No consequences to our actions whatsoever.
We did so many good things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In fact, you should give us an upgrade.
I hope
Yeah.
you're all
You
enjoying
should go.
Armored Hearts. Crew, I would start thinking about your next downtimes and how you would like to spend your time on our break. We will be back in 10 to 15 minutes. Please join our Discord if you're having fun and follow the stream on whatever platform you happen to be watching it. And we'll see you all soon.
Okay.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the second half of our show in Armored Hearts. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday evening, or whenever you're watching this on the VOD. I hope you're having a wonderful night. If you are new at the show, welcome. Thank you for joining us. You've caught us early, so that's good. As always, I would love all of you to please join our Discord, discord.gg/MandieRPG. If you have not seen episode 1, what are you doing here? And you should also go to our YouTube, youtube.com/MandieRPG, where you can catch up on this show and also other shows. Like Ancestral Blood, which is happening this Friday with only 3 episodes left. And I believe we have a very special guest coming very, very shortly that I won't say who they are, but yeah, it's going to be cool. Don't tell anyone. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And finally, if you would like to help support the stream, help us get more wonderful artwork, you all probably saw when I transitioned to the mechs, all of these mech artwork and pilot artwork made by Crisby. Thank you, Crisby, for doing them. They're awesome. But if you'd like to help us get more art like this, you can leave us a tip like a few people have done already. And whoever donated just $10, thank you, and didn't ask for what they want. Thank you for doing that. That was very sweet. I didn't catch the name. I hope someone else did. If not, I'll look and see right now. But thank you for all of your donations. They really, really help. They help us get awesome artwork and help us just keep the shows going. Okay. I hope you all have been thinking about some things, because it's monologue time. Who wants to get thrown into the fire first? It was Brad BB. Thank you, Brad, for just enjoying the game. Really appreciate it.
Dollars get you a zigga zigga ah. Now I want to listen to Spice Girls.
We can't afford it. It's too expensive for this show.
Can't afford it.
We
yet.
can't afford the rights yet.
Goodness.
When we were out getting dinner, Spice Girls was playing. The one other thing to survive the fall of humanity, Spice Girls.
Spice Girls.
All right, Jini, you're up.
I don't want to.
What's running through Ginny's head as you are partying, having a good time the night after? What's in your head?
I think. Let me set the scene a little bit. I think I'm in my room, which is hard to get me back into because I'm usually not here. I spend like 4 hours tops here, and instead of sleeping, I'm maybe sitting by the window. It is what I hope night, and I'm gonna stare out the window for a while and think that was a good win. Yes, would have been better if you were here, John. You wouldn't leave me like that. You wouldn't make me feel like that. All right. Let them be heroes for a little bit. Let them enjoy it for as long as they can. This was a good day. 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 And I just kind of mumble this was a good day until I eventually get tired and maybe sleep.
Trying to convince yourself. Esmeray.
Oh, hi. Esmeray probably goes back to her room. It was a good mission. She is happy with the outcome that they actually got to kill this thing. The thing that she is not quite happy about is how it came about. She's probably punching her bag. Cause she's supposed to be the protector, and quite a few people on her team nearly got very badly injured. And so she's really just thinking about that. And she just kind of says to herself, "You're fucking better than this. Next time, that won't happen again." And she just continues with her boxing routine, getting harder and harder and hitting the bag, basically until her knuckles bleed. Yeah. So that's going on through her head.
Damn. Aylin.
So, Aylin's monologue is gonna take place still partying, still celebrating, with a big smile on her face while people are clapping, each other on the shoulders, and they're, toasting and celebrating. Aylin's smiling and nodding at everyone, but thinking to herself about how everybody looked transcended, about feeling even, in these giant engines so far from each other, she can feel it when her friends and teammates transcend. And she thinks to herself, no, you can celebrate too. You shot that Prometheus, you guys shot that thing, and that was great, and that helped, and it was part of it, and I suppose I'll get there. Yeah, this is a good thing. I did good today. And keeps that smile on her face and raises a drink and kind of snaps out of it and keeps celebrating.
Damn. That's heavy. Hannah.
I think Hannah too would be after drinks and food would have gone back to her room and would be should be journaling about what she kind of experienced. Transcending is still something that's like very feels foreign to her. So kind of journaling about what she felt, how she felt in the moment, and just that clarity that she was going through. And then writing about looking over the flowers that she had brought back and thinking about her sister, her dad, and it is in just a sense just like the good that she those connections kind of bring to her life, and just trying to think back through things, how she could have maybe taken action sooner and been a better help, but also happy with how things kind of went.
And last and certainly not least is Haze.
And this is after the party, correct? Sorry, I had to
Either
AFK for a sec.
during or after, your choice.
Okay. I think this is after, I've showed face, I've shaken hands, rubbed elbows, drink and make merry and all that fun stuff, right? And I think I would go back to my quarters, change out of my uniform, and I think though Haze is very pleased with how things went, just the physical and emotional exhaustion finally hits at the end of the day. And though she is very satisfied, she's gonna, go into the bathroom and look at herself in the mirror and just say, it'll be worth it. One down, however many more it takes to go. And I think just kind of giving herself a bit of a pep talk. She's thinking about reaching out to her parents. She's thinking about, she hasn't forgotten the Hourglass Society. And now that the exhaustion has hit, I think what she does after that is, if we're watching like an anime, the scene kind of changes and she's just literally like sitting in the shower on the floor, letting the water beat over her so she can try to relax and let herself unwind for once a little bit. Meditate.
Brutal. And so the metaphorical sun sets, as none of you have ever seen a sunset before, on what was otherwise a very good day. And it is time for you each to roll your obligation rolls as we get into another week.
Oh boy.
Life at the Argo never stops.
Oh, are we doing obligation now?
Yep. All of you do your obligation rolls.
Yeah, but-
Oof. Hannah, that's 4 stress.
Oh no.
Aylin, that's 0 stress. Oh, wait, no, sorry, 1 stress. It's the lower of the two. 1 stress.
I'll take it.
I think since we're post battle and I have 1 pip in each, I'm gonna roll Moon this time for emotional.
Esmeray, that is 4 stress. Oof.
She did not have a good time.
Why didn't I roll
Haze.
this digitally?
That is 5.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
That's your own
Yeah.
fault.
Shit.
That's your own fault.
Gosh,
You
those
It is
are-
played
my fault.
yourself.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I did play myself.
Solid
How much
one.
dice? How much dice
Oh
do I?
no.
How many?
5 stress.
Fuck me again?
Yeah.
Oh man, it just keeps another one. Chat.
Another one.
And you
one.
rolled
I failed-
you
I
rolled a
failed
4,
again.
so 2
Yeah,
stress.
I 4 and I did Moon.
Okay. I'm going to...
I just got I got click happy looking at my sheet to figure out what to roll, and I just hit the button like a dumb butt. Don't do what I did, chat.
Aki, since you set this up so very well with your monologue, all you can think of during the week is you just keep thinking about Joan. The disconnect with the Ranth is just simpler, better times before. And each time you're going into training, you see your friends, and you're just, it's almost too much sometimes. Aylin, you're managing to convince yourself it's all right, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. You'll transcend eventually. And this week, you really believe it. And things seem okay. Esmeray.
Yeah.
During this week, you have something happen to you, and we're going to montage this. Monday,
Oh, good.
your sister calls you and asks you to visit her. Tuesday, she calls you again and she's crying. Wednesday, she wants to see you again and she actually comes to you and she tries to play it off like, oh, she's just going for a walk. But she ends up finding you again. And even when you're not together, she's sending you messages. You can tell something is really wrong. She has not done this maybe ever. Something seems
Maybe.
like it's close to breaking her.
Oh my god. Baby, no. Okay.
Hannah, You are walking to see your father, and someone attempts to rob you in the street. You manage to actually literally physically fight them off, and you leave them both bruised, and you contact station security. But you're just kind of like, who would be dumb enough to actually attack a member of the Vanguard on the street? But it just kind of leaves you shaken, like, what is happening in society that something like this can happen?
They got away and everything too?
No, they didn't get away. You could turn
Gotcha.
them in. But it's still just the brazenness of it.
Interesting.
Haze.
Uh-oh.
You get a message from your dad. It says, "We'd like to see you for dinner."
I will reply. I assume it's a text of some kind.
Yes. Yes.
I will reply. Understood. Period. Dress code? Question mark.
Come as you are.
As you wish.
And they greet you with usual politeness in... Let me set the scene for where they live. They live in a fairly large apartment as... I need to get this right. Give me a moment. Brigadier General Cole Frost in his 50s and Colonel Iris Frost greet you in Vanguard gear, but it's not combat gear, it's just ceremonial off-duty gear. But their medals and stripes of their rank are all visible, as they usually are.
I show up in my, probably like whatever my normal formal uniform is, because this is, I imagine, what is expected of me.
Yes, that is mostly what is expected.
Okay.
Good evening, Hazel.
Hello, Mother. Hello, Father.
We heard about the good fortune. Congratulations on the kill. It's been a while since we've been able to say that.
Thank you very much. We saw the opportunity, and I must admit, sir, I could not resist the opportunity.
Nor should you. That's good instincts.
Thank you, sir.
At ease, soldier. And he kind of gives you a mock salute and asks you to sit.
Of course, of course. Sorry. Formalities all day, every day. I get stuck in the habit. And I will sit with them.
They continue making small talk for a while. And eventually you notice that they've kind of been exchanging glances, like they've been waiting to bring this up. They would offer you wine or water, your choice. It's a pretty small meal. Synthetic meats, salad, fruits, all fresh, very good.
If they're drinking wine, I'll drink wine as well.
This apartment's furnished mostly with glass tables, countertops. I would say it's a step above IKEA furniture in look. It's certainly nothing extravagant. They're not wealthy. That level of wealth doesn't really exist here. But they also
We're
have
high-ranking socially, but
yes,
we don't have nobody
correct.
has money.
The type of opulence that you would see among wealthy in real life Earth does not really exist at that type of scale here, because the resources to do so don't exist.
Right.
But they live comfortably. They have a bookcase. It's a plenty big enough place, probably about 2,000 square feet. I can't do the square meters in my head. I think that's like 350, I want to say, or 400. Canadians can tell me. But eventually your father would speak. We debated telling you this, but I believe that by now that they've made contact with you.
I immediately understand what they're talking about, and I nod. Yes, I was actually, before you messaged me, I was planning on coming to inquire with you about this.
We maybe think we might have misstepped as we've put quiet pressure on the network to leave you and the rest of Alpha Squad alone. But they're taking particular note of you lately, and I don't believe that the soft pressure that we can exert on the network is going to do any good anymore, even from our very privileged position.
Do you have any idea as to why? I mean, until recently, frankly, I thought it was a ghost story.
They would like people to believe that.
You can see that Haze, or Hazel, as her parents call her,
Very
she
pointedly.
looks a little. No, and she definitely doesn't gripe about it. It's not something they argue about. It's a formality that she accepts.
As to why,
jaw flexes.
as to
for
why
sure.
they want to speak to you, I don't know. But we asked you here. Obviously, we miss you, but I would
miss you
just be
too.
careful on the level of candor. I would give curt, short answers if they come to interrogate you. But if you think they intend to give you physical harm, I would take any action necessary.
It is good to know that you agree with the course of action I already thought of. I have to ask you, and I know you don't like talking about him, but did they ever reach out to Indigo? Do you know?
They look to each other. Yes, they've reached out to many pilots who befell misfortune.
I'm thinking to myself silently, like wondering if it's Paladin.
Could be.
My parents were never pilots. They're not elevated, right?
No, and well, okay, your mother was a pilot once,
Okay.
but only for a few years. Her engine no longer wanted to work with her, and your father was never a pilot. There's a little bit of social stigma around your mother because of that. She was you would only know this maybe in like the broad strokes in the way that, you know, most kids know about their parents' professional lives, but she was once like one of the most respected and like on the rise soldiers in the Vanguard when suddenly her engine stopped working with her, and she never fully understood why, but that kind of stopped her career acceleration. Still very highly ranked. But your father, who was never a pilot, is actually like, he is the highest ranking member of the Vanguard for a person who is never a pilot.
Yeah. How far from the top is my father?
Brigadier General is basically, as far as combat goes, he's the highest rank
Okay.
There's other officers that are in charge of more like logistics and infrastructure level thing, but in terms of just pure tactical battlefield things, he pretty much can pull rank on anyone.
Do I know who my mom's engine was?
I don't. Let's fortune roll. Would she have talked about this with you? She's never brought it up.
Okay. I kind of look at both of them, but I will turn my gaze towards my mother. Mom, do you think it could be about Paladin?
It could be. Or it could be any one of your mechs or your squad mates.
Okay. I will be careful, of course. You didn't raise me to be a fool.
And
I already
then
did try to push boundaries a little bit. But I will hold my ground.
we've done everything we could for you. Not that we needed to. You're incredibly talented. There's one other thing I wanted to warn you about. Command is probably going to send you to recover an engine soon.
Oh.
About half an astral unit back, there was a battle in which 2 pilots' lives were lost. And with now us about to dip it down to 20 engines, we need to have all of the ones that we can. Just giving you a heads up so that you can have your affairs in order by the time they order you away. It could take some time before you come back, and you'll be on your own out there.
Of course.
But especially after this week, we know you can handle yourselves.
I have faith in every single member of my squad, as well as myself.
As do we both. Yes, we really do. And Jini, her experience seems like it's really helped you all.
Yeah. You know, I never really thought we'd be on the same squad.
I
But
don't believe she did either.
all those years of studying her flights have definitely paid off.
And the rest of the meal, unless you want to bring something up, is pretty normal. Unlike most parent relationships that we have in our games, yours seems relatively trauma and drama free. They're actually pretty supportive.
I love my
of
parents.
you.
We've all been through some terrible things together, so I'm pretty close with my parents. Sometimes it's a little formal, sometimes it's a little arm's length, but when you're a military family and you're all military professionals, you kind of learn that that's just the way life goes in this kind of society, and that's okay.
They expect you to treat them as, commanding officers in the chain of command in public, but in private, it's a little less formal. But it can still cross over from time to time.
Yep.
And with that, we change scenes. Does anyone have anything in particular they would like to do during this week?
I'd like to visit my sister after it's been a while, and we, coming off of a victory. I'd like to check in with her.
Absolutely. Give me a moment, I am thinking. Okay. You reach out to her, and she is in a place. Ooh, wait! I get to use a new background. In a place that you have never been before, as she tells you to meet her in one of the library rooms by the research core. And it's a little bit odd because this isn't a library full of books. This is a library of computer terminals in which there are different private rooms from which you can view electronic archives of essentially the collective knowledge of all humankind and all collective works that are on record in the privacy of a room like the one behind you. They're a little bit eerie and a little bit cold. I mean cold in demeanor, not in actual physical temperature. But she is sitting there at a computer terminal when you meet her.
Hey, Luke,
Hey, Aylin.
where you've been hanging out lately?
Yeah, it's nice down here.
Yeah, I could see it. It's quiet. That's nice. Actually feels nice to have a moment of quiet. It's been kind of a crazy couple days.
I heard you killed one. Class 2.
Yeah, I got some good shots in there. Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was good team effort.
How'd you do it?
How'd I do it? Well, and she starts to get kind of animated and forget herself a little bit. Well, it started off kind of rough, and then everyone was getting like trapped, and I was like really worried about Jini. She did this awesome lasso thing, but then she was getting pulled down. But then Prometheus and I like slammed on him at the same time as Haze was like a cool teamwork moment. I really like her. I think she likes me too. She's really cool. And then like the things were getting a little tricky, so that I like pushed off and I was like shooting and stuff. And then yeah, it was they fucking Esmeray and Haze they literally cut its head off. Did you watch it? Wait, did you watch? Do you watch it?
No, I didn't see it live, but it sounds pretty cool. I heard about it.
Yeah.
That is pretty badass, sis.
Yeah, they're so cool. Yeah, the team is so badass. Yeah, they're really cool.
Do they treat you any differently?
No, they treat me just like part of the team. He's had, I don't know, she took a little while to warm up to me, I think, but no.
She looks at the monitor she's sitting in front of. Must be nice.
What, being treated like them?
Yeah. Being treated like them.
Yeah, they give me something to aspire to. Something to work towards.
So, you don't approve of my choices, or do you genuinely think this place is nice?
No, I think knowledge is a good thing. I just am surprised I haven't been here before. I guess I haven't. It's been a minute since we've caught up. I guess I don't really know what you've been up to lately.
I'm joining the research corps, sis.
Oh, congratulations. That's so great.
Really?
You don't sound happy about it.
I didn't think you would approve.
Why not?
It's not the Vanguard?
I mean, you're my sister. And you must, I don't know. I feel like you have a good idea of what you're doing. What are you trying to do?
She smiles. Research? Like, come here. And she pulls a chair next to the terminal she's looking at.
I'll hesitate, but I'll sit.
Have you ever looked into the revolution?
What about it?
Just information is heavily redacted, obviously, but it just seems really coincidental that 2 years later the Vanguard was formed. That's all.
Gotcha. So when you say research, are you just thinking about, I don't know, research of things being signaled, maybe?
Oh, this is just my personal hobby. I think what they are actually going to do is, I don't know, weapons technology, medical research. But I like history.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power and all that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if I can ever help you with research, you know how to reach me. If I ever can offer a different perspective, or if there's ever, I don't know, if there's ever anything you think I could have some pull with, that would be helpful for you.
I do have a question.
All right.
When your engine chose you, what did it feel like?
Honestly, it felt like I was being seen for the first time. And it was like a spotlight that it was shining on me, and there was nothing else.
Yeah. First ever not elevated to be an engine pilot is pretty awesome, sis. She looks kind of wistful.
I mean, yeah, I trust Prometheus that he's very smart. He must know something that I don't quite know yet, but we're working on figuring it out.
You should we should have talks more often. I would love to hear more about your missions, and I'd love to share more information as I get embedded, so to speak.
Yeah, keep me in the loop. It'll be great. Yeah, I'm excited that you're excited about something.
Well, our apartments aren't as fancy as those in the Vanguard, and I'm not gonna be rich, but I'm not gonna go hungry, you know? It's a decent life.
Well, if you ever need anything, or if you ever want to come hang out and meet the crew or something, you just let me know.
Oh well. She turns and gives you a hug.
I'll embrace her back.
She whispers, "Watch out for Thea."
Hey, good talk. We'll talk later. I'll take my leave.
She smiles and goes back to typing into the computer. How does this conversation make Aylin feel overall?
Unsettled. She was nervous going to see her sister anyways, and she has a hard time being around her and feeling like very conscientious of not wanting to rub like her station in her sister's face, but now she's confused, concerned, also thinking about, you know, the run-in that she and Haze had, and is trying to piece together, trying to figure if there's any sort of connection with anything going on.
Oh, my players tell me my mic might have cut off. She was saying, "Watch out for Thea," is what she said.
Also, context for people, that's my mom.
Yeah, it is a little weird that she would say it like that, huh? Who else has a downtime activity they would like to do? Granted, that was just replay, Witty, so you still have your 3 left, but you don't necessarily need to scene all of them.
Do you want? I can tell. I know for a fact that well, dang, I don't know if that changes things. Yeah, I don't need to play. I was planning on going and working in the observatory, which I don't need to
Okay.
role play.
How would
I guess now.
how would you work on it? Just
Well, she was going.
narratively.
Yeah, she was gonna go up there and sort of have a quiet, reflective moment, and just sort of, she wanted to connect with the people. Aylin really likes to connect with the people who work in different parts of the bastion, especially because as a not, elevated person, sometimes she can feel, surrounded by everybody, starts to get a little bit intimidated and likes to go and sort of. She treats her celebrities like a hands-on, like, hey, what are we doing? Can I help with anything? Trying out different things. So she would be being friendly with the people working in the observatory.
Okay.
And seeing if they need help with anything.
That sounds like empathize.
That works.
Does that sound right to you?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll it.
That's 5.
Okay. We put 2 ticks on the upgrade. Who else has something they would like to work on?
Okay. I was heavily debating, but no, I've got 2. So
Go ahead.
I do want to bond with my engine. I think that's important.
Mm-hmm.
Think.
Definitely so. You head to the hangar, walk down, and you see her forearms crossed, standing in the hangar. And her eyes kind of follow you as you enter.
I put on my best smile and kind of walk over, wave over, really, because that's a giant mech. That's a skyscraper mech. So, walk over and be like, Rante, how are you doing?
Just kind of feel indignation.
Well, do you want to speak out here? Do you want me to come in?
You feel like she wants you to come in.
All right. Can you open the bath?
Chest cavity opens up and are able to climb in if you so wish.
I will go in
The
to
doors
better speak with her.
the doors shut behind you. You hear the hiss of the airlock behind you.
Gonna look around. Usually she's up, so
Yeah,
I'll
would say
look
down
up.
from the ceiling, cascading down, and you see her more in her artwork form, arms kind of resting at her side.
Hello. Again. How are you feeling?
You feel tired. She feels tired.
The battle was a little hard on you.
She nods.
I'm still a little unsure how to ease your stress.
You hear her speak. Stay.
Sure, I can stay for a few. Schedule-wise, I'm kind of free. Guess they are giving us a few more moments of free time after killing that thing.
You see her take two of her hands and kind of like make a rock, paper, scissors motion.
You want to play rock, paper, scissors?
Yes.
Is it cheating if you have multiple arms?
She kind of, you feel shame, and then she like unveils and just does like a, with each of the arms in rapid succession.
Well, we can do rock, paper, scissors. Next time I'll bring something else. Like Uno. Uno survives humanity's downfall.
You see her smile.
I can't get my hands on cards. I don't think I have cards.
You
I used
could
to have playing
definitely
cards.
get your hands on cards for next time.
I'm like, it's Uno. I could get my hands on a deck of Uno cards.
Yeah. Uno definitely exists still.
Mm-hmm. My sister arrived, so now it's this. Mommy got me share with peepees, bro. I don't know what else. Like, it's ass, but I'm gonna finish it because mommy wastes money. Mm-hmm. Share with peepees is Schweppes. The superior ginger ale is always Canada Dry, but I had a tummy I had a tummy ache today, and my mom was like, "Let me go get you some ginger ale," and the only thing that was there was share with peepees or Schweppes. So I am begrudgingly finishing this. I would also like to confirm that it is not making my tummy ache feel any better. I mean, like maybe a little bit. Maybe I was just gassy. I don't know. We gotta find out later. But all I know is that Canada Dry would have had me fucking fixed in 30 minutes.
Buy Canadian, everyone. You hear it here first.
Not just Canadian, specifically by Canada Dry. Shewa PP sucks, bro.
Only
This
dry
is
Canadian.
ass.
You play.
If I don't drink it in sips, I'm gonna cut my tongue off. That's how bad it is.
You play rock, paper,
almost-
scissors for a few rounds with Aranth. She cheats a few times, but eventually starts playing fair, seeing as how you're being a good sport about it.
Yeah, I'll spend time with her. What's my stress level up? 1 second.
0 should be. Oh wait, no. You.
No, I'm at 2. I'm at 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you thinking about pushing yourself or make a connection? Is that what you're thinking about?
Maybe. I'm also trying to determine if I'm gonna ask her something that I know might make her upset. I'm like 70% sure it's gonna make her upset.
Okay.
And so I was like basing it, like determining it on like if I'm really stressed, I'm totally gonna do it. Like, and because I'm not thinking well, but like it's just too stressed, and I feel like I wanna at least like really try here. And so if I'm really trying, it means I'm not I'm not on purpose gonna ask her something that I am pretty sure might ruin this. So never mind. We're just gonna bond here.
Okay.
What would you
Empathize?
say? Empathize? Yeah.
You good with that?
Yeah, sounds good. I have a pip in it. That's why it sounds good to me.
Okay, yeah, of course.
I was just like, don't worry, don't worry.
GM manipulation at its finest.
Mm-hmm. Told you, us versus them, us versus them. 4.
The
Wait.
meme never ends.
Yeah, it should be 4. I don't think the in
So that
harmony
should
counts
be
for this.
3 links.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I will let you this cure your level 1 harm. Because it makes sense. You have made her feel better.
That's good. Rock, paper, scissors solves all relationship problems, everybody.
When you go to leave, the door does not open.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'll like kind of tilt my head at the door, put my hands on my hips, and then kind of turn around to look back at her. You know I have to go.
Stay.
They keep me on a tight leash. I have to get back to work.
You see her frown. And then she holds out her arms, like for a hug.
I'll go give her a hug.
She'll squeeze you snugly, not uncomfortably, but it's very much like a I am enveloping you type hug. And then she'll let you go, and then the door opens behind you.
I'll see you real soon, okay? I'll make time for you tomorrow.
She has a kind of like melancholy smile, but nods.
I'm gonna speed walk out of there. Like a hot mom on a mission.
You said you had 2 things. What was the second thing you had in mind to do?
I want to extend those births.
Okay. So how are you going to help the construction teams build extra hangars for you all?
So here's the issue. I'm kind of fucking stupid.
I don't believe you.
Could I in any way make In Harmony here work for me?
I need to read in harmony. Let me see.
It, like, mechanically, it lets me do, like, it gives me an extra die to gather information about relationships, but like I would like to utilize it as more like of a teamwork thing, you know, like I'm here. I know I had no idea how to fucking work that. I had no idea how to work that. No idea at all. I was like, I'm just gonna shoot my shot.
Maybe if you were trying to get some hot goss about people, but no.
Very nice. Jesus Christ, how the fuck can I help people make shit?
This is the problem. Like, I've been trying to think about this because I think we were gonna try to both work on this together, and I just have no idea how the heck you're gonna go through engineering part of it.
Start. I don't know how to start. I just want to extend those births, bro.
You can literally
can
just
help.
give physical labor to help.
All right, physical labor. I can do it. I got real good hips.
Everyone helping? How's everyone helping?
I think for Haze at least, because I have that knowledge about our next mission, I would talk to my parents.
To
actually, and be
prioritize.
like, hey, if we're gonna have to go do this, then we need to prioritize expanding the bays.
So
If we're gonna bring in more engines, we need space.
Express from you, maybe?
I don't know. How many pips in that. I was thinking because I was coming at it from a logical perspective, it would be analyze.
Sure.
Get more engines, need more space.
Sure. So you can roll analyze on that.
Woo.
Hannah and Ginny, how are you doing it?
I think this would probably be one of those times of just just kind of more following Ginny's lead on this and just offering to help out with the manual labor things. Also
Okay.
hoping to kind of get time to chat.
Mhm.
Working.
Okay. Manual labor. Let's see. Flow or
You said flow? Flow? You said flow?
I think flow works for that.
All right,
When
never
flow,
mind,
you
never
move
mind.
with
I was
grace and
thinking of the
adapt to
most
your
bullshit
circumstances. You might leap across a gap to reach safety. You might act in accordance with others' expectations.
Bro, I was holding my breath real hard thinking about how the fuck I was gonna
How am I going to
emphasize,
manipulate
how I was-
Frank into giving me what I want?
Yes. And do you want to know what I thought of? You want to know what my best thing that I thought of was? If I could use emphasize because I've expressed that I wanted to work on this. And I told everyone.
I think flow makes sense. I think
Yeah, just let me-
empathize
let
could
me jump
potentially
over that
work if
gap.
you're like, hey, I really want to help you guys out by getting this built faster, so I'm lending my body to get the job done.
I'll take both,
I got
bro.
a 4. I got a 4 on my roll for analyze.
Okay, so that's 2 pips.
You said flow?
Yeah. I mean, Ginny wants to roll flow. If you want to come at it from another angle, you can. Go ahead, Aki, you can roll your
Yeah, I
flow.
rolled. I got 2 4s, but 4.
All right, extended births it is. You have
Extend
it,
those
and
births.
also you have a pip in the next upgrade. So if you would like to contribute in another way, Nick/Hannah, that is fine too. But
I guess if they've already had it kind of be, they've had enough hands, I guess they could have gone and done something else in the meantime, and then we get 3 actions, right? Or is it 2?
2 downtime actions.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I've got.
gotcha.
I just have one more because of the unlikely hero thing, but I think
Yes, it is 2 by default.
That makes sense. I guess then, yeah, I could probably, if they've had that covered, I'd probably then take time to go, I guess, bond with my own engine.
Okay. You go. Let me get it ready. You walk to the hangar section and you see Fated Balance standing at ease, neutral, kind of staring off into space.
Hey, FB. How are you after that? They very badly still not sure how to go about this.
Kind of like raises their chin, kind of looks at you sideways.
That was something different. I know we've been trying to connect, and I know there's so much more I have to learn, but that felt like the first step forward. I'm still trying to think about like what you were trying to show me, and just kind of figured we could talk and figure it out.
He offers hand and for you to climb on.
And I do.
He'll lift you up onto his shoulder and then just kind of like gestures at the people walking by with clipboards and data pads, speaking amongst themselves, and just kind of seems like he's people watching.
Everyone's busy working on the new hangars. I hear we're going after we're recovering an engine soon. Everyone else is hard at work, so all hands, but
He turns
I
his
guess they
head
had
to
to
you
split
at
it.
that, says, "Good.
Good? I mean, I guess it's good for us to have, everyone together. I don't know which one we're going after, though.
Any is good."
Smirking. I suppose. I just want. I don't want things to get to the dire point it kind of felt like we were headed towards yesterday.
You get like a very cynical feeling, like things aren't bad here. Like things could be so much worse. You have it better than you think you do.
I don't like seeing them in trouble. I know they're all strong. I know they know what they're doing, but it worries me. I don't want to lose them. How can we help them more? Where do we go from here?
He'll like nudge you with his giant finger, turn your head back towards the people that are walking.
I'm like thinking over it and still getting caught between two ideas. Are you telling me to go after them or take care of them?
Be you. That is all you need to be.
I guess it did help. I guess I was able to help a lot. I've learned a lot. Maybe that's just enough? I'd shrug and get to my feet and lean against his head. I'll try. I'm glad you're talking.
He shoves you off of his shoulder and you go flying through the air for a moment before he catches you in his hand again and then puts you gently down on the catwalk that goes in front of him.
Hannah would definitely be like trying to gather herself. Like, we cool? We okay?
Trust
Like catching her.
Hannah.
I trust you.
Not yet, but you will.
I'll think on that. I'll see you soon, okay?
He salutes and then just watches the people go by. Who else has something they would like to do?
I do.
Go for it, Haze.
So, one of my downtimes was taken helping with the
The
hangar, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In that case, I think I want to go. Actually, first, is anybody injured?
I think no one has any injuries, thankfully.
Because they were just temporary injuries, right?
And even the strength damage was resisted to one of the engines. I can't remember whose, but that was resisted.
Okay. I think I would like to make a connection. And I want to check on I think I actually, you know what, I was debating between really all of you. Especially after that awesome successful mission we had. But I think I would specifically seek out Esmeray.
Okay.
I had a thought for us too, actually.
Oh, yay.
Do it together then.
I was gonna need to talk to my sister first, but that's okay.
This is
I
fun.
can go to somebody else if you had something you wanted to do.
Nah.
Do that.
Okay.
Quick.
If you want for later.
Yeah.
Okay. Then okay, in that case, so we'll give Hannah a minute. We'll do let's go with Aylin, why not?
Okay.
Why not?
I gotta check on my comrade, you know? So we're squad mates.
Where are you two meeting?
I think I would message her and like, I don't know, let's, you know, check in. And I don't know, it's probably normal for all of us to hang out, like either like in smaller groups or also together as a unit. So probably like lunch and then some training or something. So I would message her to meet up with her in the mess.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so I'll just assume we're sitting down. We've already got our food and stuff. So I wanted to check in. I know the beginning of the last mission was a little rough. Did you want to talk about it?
Aylin is sort of zoned out, snaps. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot, but I mean, you guys were so good. That was crazy. That was like a movie. That was awesome.
I have to admit, it is a maneuver we practiced in Sim, but I never thought we'd get the opportunity to do it.
When the opportunity's there, you gotta take it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you guys are great.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
You're not your usual chipper self.
Has anything else come about of that weird interaction that you had?
Not yet, but I expect I will have an appointment here sooner than later. My parents actually brought it up to me,
Oh,
and they told me to be careful. And so did Paladin.
oh, that's a lot.
It is. I'm not scared, but I am concerned.
Yeah. I'm
And
honestly a little scared of that. I'm glad that you're not. That makes sense. You're very brave. Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah.
I don't know if it's bravery or hubris, but we'll see. Only time will tell.
Confidence, hubris, depends on who you ask, I guess, but it helps.
I don't want to believe that they would pull anything against me in particular. But I've been wrong before.
You'll keep me in the loop, right? About anything going on with that?
Of course. I also wanted to let the others know about it, but since you were there, it makes sense for us to talk about it first. I don't want to keep anything from anyone. It wouldn't behoove me to do so. If I go missing, you'll know where I went.
Okay, I have to be honest. Okay, speaking, I wasn't gonna say anything, but then you're talking about not keeping things from people, and that makes a lot of sense because we're a team and we really should be honest with each other. Even if it's scary, we're not really sure what's going on right now. I had a very weird conversation with my sister who told me to look out for our mom. And at first I thought she meant like maybe mom's having a hard time, I should check in, or maybe like, hey, let me know if you see her. But she didn't even say mom. She said Thea, which is so weird because she never calls her Thea. And I didn't know if it had anything to do with what happened with you. I'm sorry. You came and asked me about the mission, and I'm just dropping all of this on you. I'm very sorry. It's not. We've had a long week.
Does the name, Frank, does the name Thea ring any bells to me?
Let's fortune roll. Actually, I think it's a 2D fortune roll. Let me just double check one thing.
Yeah, my parents are pretty involved in society. I don't know what part of society her mom is in,
You recognize the name. You don't know much about them, only that they are a colonel, middle rank in the Vanguard. Higher than your own, the person in charge of your team, Staff Sergeant Jones.
Your mother is also in the Vanguard, if I'm remembering correctly, right?
She is. I mean, I don't know if your
strange.
parents were asking you about that encounter. I don't know, maybe they know something about my mom. I don't really know how to go about that. We don't really talk very much.
Oh. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
My parents said that they had been making, and really this is between us, but they said that they had been attempting to keep this organization at bay from Alpha Squad.
Oh.
And I suppose they succeeded until recently, because as far as I know, none of us have been reached out to. And the other thing is, they approached my brother as well in the past.
Oh. This is about the whole squad. We should talk to everybody about this.
I agree.
And maybe
I definitely want to.
Maybe when we do, we can sort of, I don't not mention the mom thing until, I don't know, I feel like I should at least, I guess I'll try to talk to her and see if I can feel anything out. Maybe I did misinterpret the situation. Maybe my sister really did just mean that I should check in with her. No, it was a really bad vibe.
I mean, try to learn more. Maybe it's miscommunication. I I I don't
Yeah.
know anything about your mother, but I don't know. Maybe my perspective is skewed. I get along with my parents pretty well.
That's good.
Um,
Yeah, maybe we should check in with the whole squad about the whole, and she like goes to say hourglass and just kind of goes like thing, and I'll do more digging into the mom thing, and I'll let you know if I find anything with that.
Frank, while we're having this conversation,
Mm-hmm.
do I get any, like, do I feel any, like, timelines or flashbacks when I'm talking to Aylin?
Make a gather info with, I don't know, empathy, express, confess, one of those.
Okay. That's a 5. It's a, confess, because I have a pip in that.
Let me think.
Right? I think I have confess. Yeah, I have confess.
You get flashes and visions of a pilot being congratulated on a mission, returning back to their quarters, and then being taken into questioning and tortured for information. And then in a dark room, someone asking very calmly as they are beaten. And I won't get graphic with the kinds of torture, but you can use your imagination. And then you flash out of that.
Is the pilot Aylin, though, or do I not see who it is?
It was a partial success. Let's see. I'm gonna roll this. It was Esmeray.
I think as I'm having this flashback, which I think is something I haven't told the squad about because I don't fully understand it myself, I think I just kind of reach across the table and kind of grasp at your sleeve and look you in the eye and I say, if anyone takes you or asks you anything, anybody from that organization, at all costs, tell them nothing. I mean it.
Of course, yeah.
No
Nothing.
matter what they do not break.
I promise.
And I'll kind of like realize I'm holding on to your sleeve. Like I didn't realize I was doing that, and sorry. And I'll pull my hand away. We really need to, we need to talk to the crew.
Yeah.
You can see her hands are shaking a little bit. Like she got a little blank faced for a second, and then she got really intense with you, and now she's shaking.
Yeah, I the hand that was just holding my sleeve, I put my hand on top of it. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we'll talk to everybody. We're a team.
Right. We're a team. And I think I want to call the crew together. if we can, have all of us reconvene.
It is difficult with all of your different tasks, but you all managed to find a moment after sparring in the locker room together during one of the days in the week where you very quickly dress, or maybe you skip shower to get more time, and then talk to each other in... Whoops, I meant to totally switch scenes to something different. There we go. And get a few minutes to actually talk.
Question: Do I need to roll for our lengths?
Yes, do that.
Confess.
You tell
Question
me.
mark?
I think confess makes sense.
Okay. All my interactions with Aylin are so emotional.
What
That's
is
gay.
I'll take
It
What
is
is
super
Girl
gay.
by Moonlight for $1,000.
That's a 5. I rolled a 5.
3 links with Aylin.
Okay.
Also, forewarned, last scene. Anyone who hasn't done downtimes, hold on to those for next time, please and thank you.
So I think in the locker room, because we know we have like privacy here. I hope.
Yes, mostly privacy, other than other pilots who might walk by, but you managed to get a few minutes alone.
I feel like Alpha Squad gets their own locker room, but okay. Well, if there's nobody else in here, I'm just gonna be like,
I would say once you unlock training facility, I will give you your own locker room.
okay. Someone keep an eye on the door, but I have some information I need to give you all. I say after I've already checked like all the corners of this room to make sure nobody's fucking lurking behind the wall or whatever.
I'm gonna really quickly turn off my prosthetic ear then, just in case.
Aylin's gonna lean up against the door.
I'll cover the prosthetic eye too. I don't know what they put on me, in me, you know?
I bet you have like an eye patch you keep on you that you just put on occasionally when you don't want to be recorded.
Literally, yeah. I just they're like,
Pirate
damn,
mode on.
why? They're like, damn, why we make this wireless? You know, like just like a ear off, eye patch on to cover the webcam eye. It's totally a webcam eye.
Absolutely. Listen, I got some information that, honestly, I'm worried. It's about that hourglass network.
Are they still bothering you?
Not yet, but my parents brought them up, and you all know how high up they are. They said that they had been trying to keep them at bay for the entire squad. And until recently, they were successful, unless any of you were approached before I was. They told me to be extremely careful, tell them nothing, no matter what they do. And if they try to use force to harm any of us, I am authorized at the very least to use whatever force necessary. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that goes for all of us. If you are taken, if you are asked questions, no matter what, tell them nothing. Even if you think it's mundane. They don't need to know more than your name. They don't need to know more than what they already have on each of us. Whatever it is.
Well,
Perhaps we should look into a roommate situation.
That's a good idea. There's no regulations against us sharing quarters, as far as I'm aware.
Even then, we wouldn't be the first to fraternize.
It could be fun. Make the most of it.
I swear to God, if you say sleepover party.
Aylin was absolutely
what-
about to say something.
What? What is a sleepover party?
Wait,
It's
I mean, never. Okay, or at least we're gonna put together a sleepover party. But first off,
God damn it.
pressing. None of you guys haven't been approached, right?
No.
No, nobody's
No.
told you to look out for people that you know or are related to.
I've been approached by many people, so
Yeah, but I
It-
mean the Hourglass Society specifically.
not that I know of, but I knew of them. My biggest op is Bishop, so
I wonder how clear it will be who's in it and who's not.
I don't know. The one that approached me when you and I were walking to practice, he had a badge and he showed it to me. So
Makes me feel a little bit better. I don't know how obvious all of them are, though.
I don't-
maybe he assumed I had been briefed. I don't know.
I don't know if it's related, but I had someone try to rob me this morning.
Are you
What?
okay?
Excuse me?
I mean, I kicked his ass, but like,
Good.
As you
like,
should.
I mean, I called the cops and they took him into custody, but like,
was anything stolen?
no, I was just going to see my dad. Like, I just don't. I don't know if it's exactly related, but it's had me being a little bit uneasy.
Everybody's so nice to us, though. Everybody's always so excited to see us. That's doesn't make any sense to me.
Uh, It is certainly a perk, but not everyone is excited. We are a little bit more than human afterward. Oh
Yeah.
well, actually, Aylin, you
No, I know.
never
what
mind.
You
You are fully human.
mean. I know what you meant.
We're human, but elevated.
Only 10% of the population is elevated, and this whole bloody ship kind of puts us on a very high pedestal.
And
Kind of look over at Aylin like, oops, I forgot.
And at that moment, you all hear a pounding on the locker room door, and then you hear, Jini, I need to talk to you.
Daddy!
Just like that.
Who is it? Who is it?
Daddy!
Oh, you recognize the voice immediately. It is
Why?
Bishop Price.
I give everybody this look.
Speaking of a lot of people wanting to talk to you, doesn't he? We're changing in here.
Hurry up.
I will go kick his
Rude.
ass if you want me to. I need an excuse today.
It's fine.
Do you want me to go with you?
I'll go with you. Watch him bully you around with me standing there. I'd like to see him fucking cry.
Maybe stay close, but stay out of sight. Not sure what he wants. Best case scenario, numbers are up. Worst case scenario, and maybe he'll take me out back. You know. Right here.
You all.
Not funny.
We don't work with him, do we? He mostly just
No.
works with Jenny.
Correct. None of you have met
Okay,
him
yeah.
before.
I don't like this guy.
Mm-mm.
I make it known I don't like this
You
guy.
all change and go to the door together.
Yeah. Solidarity.
Jini, you open the door and you see Bishop. Haze, you see the person that accosted you in the hallway with the hourglass badge.
Wait, so I haven't met Bishop before?
Nope.
Oh, good. I have though. Yes.
You were there when
Yeah.
Haze was... Yes, you did meet him.
Like Bishop. I mean.
But Haze, you recognize him immediately as the guy who accosted you. And we're gonna end
stare him down.
we're gonna end our session there for tonight.
Oh, Black.
Nice.
Wait. What? Excuse me?
This.
I just imagine Hayes staring at Bishop and me staring at Hayes' face, just like this like line of like
Spider-Man
Oh,
pointing fingers, Spider-Man pointing
It's like,
fingers.
oh my god, it's like the anime like scene when there's like all the little triangles of people's expressions of what they look like in that
Yes.
moment, where it's like next time on Armored Hearts.
Yes.
Perfect.
Join our Discord, discord.gg/MandieRPG. If you need to catch up on Ancestral Blood before Friday, please do that on our YouTube, youtube.com/MandieRPG. Thank you for the rage. Thank you for the donations. It all goes to the wonderful cause of feeding our starving artists and getting wonderful artwork. And I'm just going to, before we go, give everyone time to see that side-by-side of all 5 of our mechs. I'm going to figure out how to display this even better so we can see all the mechs at once, because it's actually hard to do with this. But that's going to do it for us. We will see you all next Tuesday. If you want to find out the mystery of Bishop, who he is, does he work for the Hourglass? Does he not? Is there a traitor in our mix? Who knows?
Fucking hate this guy.
What all of people's shady families are up to. Find out next time on Armored Hearts. And
Put in your
bye.
bets now. Is Hayes gonna punch him immediately or not next session?
punch him, punch him, punch him, punch him.
Oh no.
Peace.
So,
Good night.
Perfect strangers, just the two of us. 침묵 속에 대화 till the sundown. 말하지 않아도 만지지 않아도 알 수 있는 사람도 있구나. After all, we are lonely souls. 덩그러니까 다른 fishbowl 속에 던져진 물고기들 말이처럼. But right now, honey, we don't have to go and feel lonely. From now, I am with you only, only. Yeah. 내가 나인 듯, 넌 너인 듯. 서로를 알아봐. I think I know you already. You're lonely, lonely. So you better hold me, 'cause I know you're feeling lonely. Things you can't buy for money, money, nah. Perfect strangers, we're meant to be together. Two lonely souls in the moonlight. 우리가 될까? 그럼 괜찮아질까? 이 척박한 세상. After all, we are lonely souls. 덩그러니까 다른 fishbowl 속에 던져진 물고기들 말이처럼. But right now, honey, we don't have to go and feel lonely. From now, I am with you like strangers, just the two of us.